let me give you an idea. I told you that when I started out, Jim Henson's Muppets, that was my inspiration. And I will tell you that I got the chance at age 24 to meet Jim Henson. He's not with us any longer. But I'm glad I took that opportunity rather than just move on and get out of the city an extra day early. I decided I want to stick around to meet Jim. And when I did, I only had 15 minutes with him, but I had to ask, Jim, what was it? Excuse me, I said Mr. Henson. Mr. Henson, what is it about your Muppets that just make them so different? Why do I buy into each one of your characters? And he said, it's really simple. He said, what I do is I create a new puppet, some kind of new doll, as they call it in the industry, and I find a puppeteer and I give it to that puppeteer and I say, go into the studio all week long, just you and that puppet. And then I give them this one thing, this one message, this one challenge. All I want you to do for that whole week is find every little thing that puppet can do. Now, if you've ever had a puppet on your hand, you know they're pretty limited. They really are. Your arm is pretty stiff. Your wrist can only bend so many ways in your hand. Depending on the way the head is made, you can barely get a personality out of a puppet. Well, you barely can. But what he said is find every little thing you can do. Sometimes with a finger, you can push behind the eye, and you get a little kind of a twinkle in that eye. You can sometimes get your fingers around and push down and pull up and make it smile. You don't know what you can do until you figure out everything it can do. I said, then what, sir? He said, then I bring those puppeteers back into the studio with me this time, and I say, show me every little thing that this puppet can do. And after they show me every little thing it can do, he says, now make the most out of what it can do, and the things it can't do will disappear. Was he talking about puppets? Or was he talking about you? And was he talking about me? We always think about the things we can't do because of these reasons, or these disabilities I have, emotionally or physically, because of the financial things that I have going against me, because of the spouse I have, or the children I have. There's always a reason sometimes we think is blocking us from achieving the dream. And Jim Henson said it eloquently with a simple puppet. Find what it can do, what you can do, and the things you can't do will disappear. That's cool stuff. That's worth knowing. That I can preach, I said. So don't let anything hold you back. Nothing.